Welcome to Otakin with Dave, coming to you from his palatial fortress in Sin City, where what happens in Vegas is talked about everywhere. Put your hands together for the pastor of positivity whose glass is always at least half full. Here's Dave.
Hey, how we doing out there? I hope you're well. Dave is top shelf, as Dave usually is. I love it. You know why I'm top shelf? Because I choose to be top shelf. And that's what we're talking about today. Choice, the choice, your choice, a choice. Every day starts the same way. Not with answers necessarily, but with choices. Exactly. That's what it is. Big ones, small ones, obvious ones, quiet ones that really, they don't look that important until they are. But life isn't asking you questions necessarily. It's asking you to make choices. What's now? What's next? And that's what it is. I encounter people constantly that say, I had no choice. Life handed me this and got to live with it. No, come on. No matter how unfair or unexpected or inconvenient your circumstances, you still get to choose. It's not that you have to choose. Some people choose not to. I guess if you choose not to make a choice, you have made a choice. Rush song. Kinda. But I want to be a little more militant than that. You have choices. We face daily stuff that looks like, what's right or what's easy to connect or to withdraw, to stay or to part ways, to fight or just let it go, to stop or push through, to forgive or to keep score, to love or to protect ourselves, to grow and challenge ourselves, or let's just stay comfortable, to be bitter or to be better. How about that one? To be happy or to wait for permission. The hard truth is doing nothing is a choice as well. I'm not doing a play on words. You're going to choose. Let others decide for you. That's still choosing. Staying stuck with anything, that's a decision. And these decisions, these apathetic decisions, they've got consequences. Don't be a victim. Be a participant. And you know my deal. Don't be a victim. Be the beneficiary. Choose that. So choices, I think it's more than a right. It's more than a freedom. I believe it's an obligation. I love to talk about freedom. You know that. But freedom without ownership will lead to resentment. It will. So when we refuse to choose, we quietly hand off the wheel and the control of our lives to circumstances or other people or some fear that's out there. You're scared. It's normal. Maybe it's just old habits, rituals, legacies. We just always done it that way. We don't go after stuff like that. O'Connor's, we just sit back and take it as it comes. Stop it. Or maybe it's just somebody that's overbearing and loud and intimidating. We let that make our choice because it's too easy. We don't want to ruffle any feathers. We don't want to cause conflict. God forbid. But then we complain about where we end up. How'd I get here? Oh, I should have done that. Oh, I wish I'd have done that. See, it leads to resentment or regret. When it's not bad luck. People just say, oh, I'm so unlucky. I've got bad luck. No, you just gave up your control. You gave up your decision making. You gave up your will to something else. You chose to do that. Play the blame game. No, that ain't us. That ain't us no more. No excuses after today. And so when I do these, I'm not talking about you necessarily. I'm talking about me sometimes, me a lot of times. But I'm also doing this so that your friends, your circle, your relatives, your coworkers, and you can notice some of this stuff and realize I can choose. But Dave, I don't trust myself. I've made bad choices in the past. Hello. Let me review 2025 for you. However, there's some ways to choose more effectively. And it's action. Let's go. Let's choose. But we want to do it effectively. I do. So first thing is, and it's the first thing in many lists I do, pause before you decide. I'm going to make a choice. I'm choosing, but let's pause a minute. Yeah. Because urgency will lie to you. Panic will lie to you. Immediacy, drama, that will lie to you. And emotion, it exaggerates things. Oh, so that pause usually helps you with your choicing. Good choices usually require a beat, a cadence, a response, but not a reaction. You can choose poorly if it's in haste. So pause. Silence often reveals what panic hides. Oh, that would be, I don't know if it's tombstone material, but that's worth carving in a tree or something. Just lost some California people. Sorry. No trees were hurt in the execution of this podcast. Silence often reveals what panic hides. And that pause gives you some silence. It's good. Take a breath. I'm going to take a sip of Gatorade Zero. They're not a sponsor, but they could be. Pause. Number 2, assess the direction, not just the outcome. Ask yourself, does this move me toward who or what or where I want to be? Or does it just move me away from some discomfort? Am I running to something or am I running from something? That short-term relief, it often is around panic or urgency or drama or emotion. But long-term purpose is more settling. So now we've taken a pause. We've looked at, is this going to take me in the direction that I want to go? Maybe not the destination, but at least I'm progress. And then thirdly, align it with that purpose or that why. You hear that a lot, so I'm still going to use it because it is pertinent. Even if the choice doesn't really honor or uphold your values, it's gonna take some peace that you would have otherwise. So if it doesn't honor where you want to be and your why and your character and all of that, it's going to grab you. It's going to take away at some point. So that why, that purpose, that goal, that's your filter. And if you ignore that for a quick, comfortable course, it's going to come back. You can't. We've talked about it before with conflict. Avoiding conflict makes it harden and grow, and it's tougher the longer you wait. So that's the same way with making a choice that is contradictory to your long-term goals or character or why or any of that. And the thing is, the choice, when we talked about good people, own the consequences. Every choice you have gives you a receipt. No thanks, I don't want a receipt. Tough. Every choice gives you some type of receipt. Good choosers, they don't look for blame. They'll take the responsibility. They own the consequences. And that ownership, understanding the consequences and being accountable, that sharpens your judgment. That's what? Good decisions. What is it? Good judgment comes from bad decisions, and bad decisions come from poor judgment. I think I destroyed that quote just then. But ownership sharpens your judgment because, hey, I've got the receipts. I've got the consequences. That pause seems more important now. That checking it with my why and my purpose and my goals. Oh, that seems more important now because I got to own the consequences. And then finally, choose with courage, not necessarily certainty. So many choices are, let's go, let's try it. And I know try, that's a good way to lose. However, I choose action. Not necessarily because I'm certain of it, because as you go, action, as you go, you'll get more clarity. And that clarity usually comes after you've committed to something. Not that you're certain about every detail of it. You're strong enough. That fear is not overwhelming. You're not stuck in a comfort zone. Waiting to feel ready is how people get stuck. Waiting until you can afford it to have kids. Waiting until the time is right to become engaged. Just waiting until the time is right has caused many people to miss out on great joys. What is that song? Till You Can't? Country song? It's a great one. Yeah, it's a great idea. And you know you should do it till you can't. So many different things. Waiting to tell somebody you love them. Waiting to tell someone how much they mean to you. Older people in your life, waiting for this, waiting for that. Don't wait. And definitely don't wait on certainty. Choose with courage. So those are all, in my opinion, great ways to increase the effectiveness of your choices. Yeah. So there's also, when you think about it, there's some negative results of letting life or others make your choices for you. It's easier to do that. In the long run, it's harder on you because you're just leaving your life up to consequence or whatever. That ain't me. Not doing that. I have done that, and I don't like it. I don't want to take whatever ball is taken out of the hopper. Life is not the 8-ball, magic 8-ball. Not at all. So if you let that happen, you let others strong arm you or choose for you. And others can be everybody from a friend to a spouse to a parent to a heavy-handed coworker. Anybody that you let make choices for you, it's going to lead to 5 bad things. First one is resentment. You know, some people who never ask for the power you gave them, you're going to resent them when it doesn't work out well, and they're going to resent you. Hey, I didn't tell you to do that. I didn't want you to make that choice. I didn't want to make that choice for you. So you have resentment and regret. Regret for the failure, but also for your inaction. You let people do that for you or to you. It was a choice you made. I mean, what kind of person lets someone else make a choice and then blames them for the choice they made? That's on you. That's on me if I do it. And it causes a drift. You know, in your life. You feel busy. You're busy. Yeah, you're tired because you're so busy. But there's not really any direction because you let somebody else make the choices based on what they know or their why or their needs or urges or goals. You're just drifting because you're not making the choices. And that eventually will erode your confidence. You let other people do it because, honestly, if you let other people do it enough, you don't really trust yourself. And so your confidence is going, which makes you less apt to choose. A rudderless ship with no sail. These nautical themes. Makes me think of Brandy and makes me want to sing, but I choose not to right now. So you got the resistment, the drift, the regret, the erosion of your confidence, and then you just forget that you ever had a choice at some point, and you feel like a punching bag to life, at home, work, and play. What's worse, letting someone else make choices for you and leaving it up to coincidence, or making a bad choice? I know that's situational. I'd rather, most cases, make a bad choice and learn from it and not make that choice again than just to leave my success and happiness and joy and all of that up to coincidence or someone else's whim. That's a heavy price to pay just to avoid discomfort. Yeah. I choose not to. Hello, governor. So also, that's if you let someone else make the choices, those are the bad things. However, the benefits are so great to taking control of your choices. First thing, I mentioned it earlier, first thing really is the clarity that you get. Even the hard choices and the hard paths, because usually, I've said it and I believe it, usually the toughest choice is the right choice. You've got a choice between these two things. This is a little easier and blah, blah, blah. This is tougher, but the risk reward, blah, blah, blah. That's probably the right choice. They feel lighter when you choose with intention based on what we said earlier, around the path, around the goals, around the why. And another thing you get when you take control of your choices is momentum. Oh, we did the big Mo talk. Got a lot of good feedback on that and a lot of sports analogies. But decisions create movement, and movement creates confidence. Momentum. Yeah, I made some bad choices. But I chose. They were my bad choices. And I choose to not do that anymore. I choose the lesson I learned from them that I would not have learned otherwise. And when you do that, you get peace. Not because it's easy, but because it's yours. It's my choice. And when it's a good choice, and you may struggle, but you get through it. It may be tied to conflict. It may be tied to work and work ethic. And it's your choice. And you get that peace. You also become tougher. The resilience you gain is fantastic because you recover faster when you own your path. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it's like when I start a new fitness regimen, which I am in the middle of. What is it? Day 6. Actually, it's day 2. You never start a fitness regimen in the middle of the week. So I started yesterday. I'm so sore that I feel like it's day 10. And I've been beat up by ninjas every day. However, back on point, I feel a little tougher even though it's day 2 because I know this is my path. I'm doing this for my health. I'm doing this for my cardiovascular health. I'm doing this for my physical health. And yeah, I'm sore. And some people would say, oh, that choice that you made includes pain. Yeah, but it's a path. And I'm going to get there. And I'll get through it. And I'll be stronger for it. And I'll be tougher because of it. Because I made the choices. And it's a path. A destination. You don't stand on a destination. When you've arrived, all right, you're there, but you got to have a new destination. You never really stop. That momentum we talked about. And then, I love it. Number 5. Freedom. I want to yell it like Braveheart, but it probably wouldn't come across well. It would be just so unmanly. So I choose not to scream it. But freedom. When you take control of your choices, you get freedom. Real freedom. Not the kind that's waiting on permission. Not the kind that's, I want to do that, but I can't do that until this happens. And so I'm going to wait on that, then I'll do this. No. You don't need perfection. You don't need the perfect choice. You just need to own it. Own it. And I'll come back to this. Once you have freedom that you've gained from control, you get more freedom. and it increases your resolve and your confidence. Those three things, freedom, control, and resolve, life-changing. Own it, control, and freedom. It's so important. Now, I know people right now who, if you hear this, you're rolling your eyes. Dave, you just don't understand. You don't understand. I've been through so much. You don't understand what my life is like. I've got all of this at home. I've got all this at work. I don't even have time to play. I wish I could play, but I've got so many challenges. I am sorry. I get it. I do get it. Perspective may be a little different, but I know what it's like for everything to be in a perceived disarray. But let me tell you something. I don't mean to be arrogant or presumptuous, but your disarray is the result of choices you made. Things you didn't do, things you're waiting for the right time to do. That may sound harsh, but I had quite a year last year. I'm not comparing mine to yours. I know that the choices I made caused a lot of that pain, or a lot of those obstacles, we'll just call them. So when you say that, you've given up your freedom, your resolve may be lacking, and you've given up your control. Sorry to put that on you if that's the case. It's also with your friends or family or whoever's in this situation. The good news is you can start making choices, own your choices, and it will clear up. That clarity happened. It's, okay, I may not be able to solve this, but I can make choices that improve my stance within it. Don't avoid it. Don't avoid the choice. Don't avoid. If it's conflict, we talked about how to get into it and get through it. And on the other side, it's so much better. But the choice is yours. And the more choices you make, the more control you'll have. And the more control you'll have because you own it, the more freedom you'll have. And that will stiffen your resolve. And you're not going to let other people run your life. Yep. Everything I've said rolls down into, it's not avoidance. Don't avoid it. Once you choose and take control, you will be empowered. That's what it's empowerment. It doesn't matter what someone else says. They may want to be all up in your business. Okay, there's some boundary issues there. And you know what? It's my choice and I'm going to take it. And I don't necessarily have to tell you what my choice is because it's me, it's my path, and I will go this way. It means you recognize the full range of your options and still choose deliberately. This is me. It's what I'm doing. Hey, it's when I told my kids, look, I'm the dad, and I guess to some degree I have to make a choice. I don't know what I'm doing, but because I am the dad, I think this is the best path. You can do that with yourself every day. You can choose courage. You can choose kindness. You can choose your boundaries with compassion. You don't have to be a hard ass. You can choose to rest, or you can choose to go for it with everything you got. You can choose truth. You can choose love, which is a great thing to choose. Life always presents us with tons of questions. But the answers to those questions, those are yours. And they're your choices. And don't ever let anybody tell you anything else. You choose your course. Choose again when needed. Hey, sometimes it's multiple choice. And anybody that's done e-learning, I picked that, that's wrong. Okay, let me pick another one. Oh, I passed. But don't ever forget that a chosen life is a powerful life. It's a rewarding life in every aspect. and you will draw those people that can be a part of your circle. They'll see you do it, and they'll be inspired. Yep. Choose. Learn to choose wisely, but own it. It's great. It is so energizing and so fulfilling because you get better. You're more informed. You're wiser. You can look back on a legacy, and even the bad choices are part of it. So, it's a choice. It's yours. All right, hit me up, David@otalks.com or Dave@otalks.com, or just go to otalks.com. I've added some calendar, some shows and events that I'm attending around. I'll start filling that out. I try to do it like 3 months at a time because who wants to see all that stuff? But hit me up. If I'm in your area, check on my availability. And I got merch on the way too. So I don't sell that stuff, but you can buy it. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for holding on, hanging on. But most of all, thanks for O-Talking with Dave. Giddy up. I know it was a choice.
Hello there. Are you out of work or looking for a new career? Do you feel like you have a lot of potential and just haven't hit your stride? We know just how you feel, and we are here to help. We are Cult Leader University, and we have the curriculum for you. Clue offers options to fit your schedule. Clue has entry-level courses in stockpiling, Kool-Aid making, catchy sing-alongs, and entry-level recruiting techniques. Once you've mastered these, you can move on to advanced courses in pontificating, standing like a guru, mastering the nostril flare, and holding an intimidating stare. Enroll at Clue, and if you pay for a full year in advance, Clue will help you develop your mantra, give you ideas for clothing requirements, and equip you with original handshakes, utterings, or code names. Don't wander around in anonymity. Enroll in Clue and set your own rules. At Cult Leader University, we can't imagine what you're capable of, but we know it's impressive. Cult Leader University can change your life and the lives of anyone unfortunate enough to be around you. Remember, if you don't have a clue, we are the school for you. Hey there, are you having computer problems and can't get the help you need? Is there a language barrier or other obstacles that make you feel insignificant and unappreciated? We know just how you feel, and we are here to help. We are the Amish Tech Team. The Amish Tech Team is known for their work ethic, quality craftsmanship, and attention to detail. The Amish Tech Team will ride to your house, assess the situation, and leave you feeling good about the experience.
Oh, Jedediah was just a lovely young man. He didn't fix my computer, but he built me a new desk, repaired my roof, and planted 2 rows of corn in the backyard.
All of our technicians at the Amish Tech Team are English-speaking, respect traditions, and know their way around a grist mill. Send a letter by mail or carrier pigeon today, and when we get it, we will hop in the first buggy available and head out to your place. And the first 10 requests will get a complimentary jar of sorghum or an Amish Tech Team horseshoe to use as a paperweight. It's a real horseshoe. You don't have to put up with services that put you on hold or talk funny. Contact the Amish Tech Team and we'll be right out as soon as we get your message. And get free of our chores and load up the buggy and travel to your place, depending on traffic and the weather and those dad-blame motorized vehicles and all those bright lights and shiny signs that keep distracting the horse and tempting the young